Scott Walker has made Wisconsin number one, Lewis, in jobless claims. The Cap Times is reporting that in spite of the fact that Scott Walker did run for governor on a promise to create 250,000 new jobs, he is falling short of that goal in Wisconsin. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, 4,420 Wisconsinites filed initial unemployment claims in that last week of November. The next two highest states combined, Ohio and Kentucky, didn't even add up to Wisconsin's total. And this is happening, Lewis, at a time not when every state has increased unemployment. If you look at California, Texas, Florida, Michigan, blue states and red states, they are seeing declines in jobless claims. This is not regional either. If you look at Minnesota, Wisconsin's neighbor, Minnesota is thriving while Wisconsin continues to struggle. There's tons of excuses that Scott Walker is making, including the deer hunting season, which I find to be patently absurd because that extends beyond Wisconsin. There's really only one explanation. Under Scott Walker, Wisconsin has engaged in this terrible, I don't know that I would call it an experiment, kind of a policy of prioritizing the fantasy of debt reduction, which we've extensively talked about, Lewis, how debt reduction does not bolster the economy, right? It simply does not create jobs. And we saw the war on labor. We saw Scott Walker putting the so-called fiscal house in order by this kind of weird definition that the right has created and letting all sorts of practical stimulus go. This is what's going on, Lewis. It is becoming abundantly clear the Scott Walker austerity experiment has failed miserably.
No, I think his number one goal was to protect big business, was to protect his investors, I guess you could say.
Yeah, right. The people who invested in his campaign, because as we know, political contributions are essentially investments for many people. You know what I think would be the solution to Wisconsin's job numbers, Lewis? More abortion restrictions and preventing gay guys from getting married to each other. That'll really help the economy, I think.
Priority number one, David.
It continues. I'm very curious, actually, going back briefly to 2014. Are these social issues going to continue playing a prominent role in Republican politics? I know that they need those issues for fundraising, but maybe they're going to start giving up on them, Lewis.
Well, I think the country is leaning towards the left on these social issues. So yeah. I think slowly, eventually, of course, it will not be part of the debate.
Excellent bonus show today. We will talk about Egypt declaring the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization. Dennis Rodman's back in North Korea. Always exciting. Only 2 days left on the David Pakman Show year-end membership special. Go to davidpakman.com/2014 here. Get yourself a 1-year membership. You'll be set for all of 2014. You'll get the bonus show, the commercial-free archive, all that stuff. But in addition, we'll get you a David Pakman Show hoodie made from 100% recycled materials, as well as a David Pakman Show bumper sticker. And you'll be entered to win either an iPad or Microsoft Surface in our January giveaway. davidpakman.com/2014 here. We'll be right back after this. A lot more coming up today, including an interview with Howard Bloom. He's an interesting guy, that's for sure.